Okay, so you can take a seat or lie down, closing the eyes, opening the palms, and taking a few deep breaths. And then resting the awareness to the breath and allowing your state of being to shift. Seeing that it's an allowing. It's almost at some point you start to realize or recognize that as you allow it to be, so it is. As you allow it to be, so it is. And of course, this is only possible because it's the deepest truth of you. And so it's always there. As you allow the light to be, so it is. As you allow the love to be, so it is. As you allow the spaciousness to be, so it is. And this so it is in the midst of whatever. Maybe you're starting to notice that in the midst of what used to take all of your attention, all of your attention, all of your awareness, you now start to allow this greater expression to be present. And the more you sit in it here, and the more you consciously bring it forth here, the more it starts to happen in your life that you're running around all day from place to place. And yet there is a part in you that lets there be love, that lets there be light, that lets there be space. Or maybe you are interacting with different people and those interactions are going however they're going. And then in the midst of that, you feel powerful because you let yourself connect to love. You let yourself connect to spaciousness. You let yourself shift into the awareness. And it may sound strange when I say this, but on one level of reality, your human life is very much happening. So it very much feels like we're feeling things, we're interacting, we're goofy, we feel devastated, like we have all these things running through our system. Just very, very human, solidly human experiences that are happening all day long. And yet, at the same time, at another level, it's not happening. Just take a breath and see if you can lean into that. That on one level, maybe everything is coming up even more than before. So you're aware, you're so aware of the human that you are, right? This consciousness, this is awareness, and this awareness allows us to just fully be in this experience of our humanity in all its colors, in all its ways. However, by accepting that, letting that be, and embracing that, there's something more opening. Now, the more that is opening is actually a place and a space in which situations or circumstances aren't happening. Just take a breath. And the fact that we are leaning into this eternal part that isn't touched by life, it's not influenced by life, and in some ways it's not even inside the happening of life, it's just in its isness. So somehow that allows us to fully be in this experience of life. Every time that I have profoundly transcendent moments where there is no attachment or nothing tangible. There's just this complete free expression, this all that isness, or something that I don't know, I cannot really describe. I'm just so happy to land back into this human experience. And I think that the very thing that we are trying to overcome is actually the very thing that from the essence of your being is so beautiful. Maybe the very thing that you're trying to overcome is the thing that, from your essence, from this untouchable space, is so beautiful. And the perfect falling into place of those two worlds is to allow every facet of the human unfolding and to let it be light in the midst of it, to feel the love in the midst of it, to include everything so profoundly that you get to experience yourself as a human being while you experience yourself as this eternal, immortal expression. And you get to live in this deeper truth that on some level something is happening, on another level it's not, it's untouchable, as if it never was. And the fact that we can start touching upon the infinite nothingness is complete freedom, but it's also completely what makes it exciting that we are actually in this simulation, in this experience as it's unfolding. So seeing if we can open up the gratitude, not as a, I'm going to now affirm something or repeat something and make it so, but just to lean into this, like, can there be a sense of appreciation for every facet of your experience? Because it's fleeting. It's not lasting. Like, even you as a person, your whole journey, it will come to an end. Every emotion, it does come to an end. Every thought, it does come to an end. And so knowing that it all comes to an end and including everything profoundly opens up this love, this excitement, this deep gratitude that, hey, no matter what my day looked like, I got to experience it. I got to live it. I got to be here. And more, you get to be here while being in the midst of your infinite self. And so this was never about changing anything about anything. Nothing needs to change. We came here to glide down the rainbow slide that has every experience, that has every internal experience. And it's a rainbow that we all share. We all ride it uniquely, but we all share it. And this rainbow is our humanity. And when you fully allow yourself to be in all the colors, to recognize that no matter how a human being presents themselves or how they act, they are all human. They are all a part of this rainbow slide. And then it starts to illuminate. Then it starts to become golden or shift into this white light, this absolute eternal expression. And how amazing is it to get to be on this rainbow slide, choosing where you're experiencing the rainbow and where you're experiencing the infinite light, becoming aware that they both coexist and at the deepest level they're both one. So just taking a breath and allowing whatever it means for you to be sliding down this rainbow slide, to be embraced. Every thought, every feeling, the body, your quirky ways, your clumsy ways, your weird ways, your programming, your conditioning, your ego construct, whatever it is, just to include it, just to see that, wow, I get to have all of these different facets of experiencing, and I'm not the experience I'm having, but I get to experience. And I don't have to personalize the experience or workshop it or make it mean something about myself. And then all of a sudden you get this feeling that great beings mentioned, things like life is a playground, heaven on earth, or how Many great beings love talking about food. You see, once you recognize that you're infinite, once you are in the awareness of the infinity, it is so beautiful to be here as a human being. Because that's the part that's fleeting, you know. We are trying to chase the infinite, but the infinite is here to experience. And so I really feel that there's this full circle happening where we first think there is something to overcome or to work on, and it's so challenging and so difficult to be here. And then we start to allow everything to be embraced in the heart, and we start to shift our state of being. We start to become aware of a love that we never knew before, a spaciousness or a stoned feeling that we could never access before. We start to see energy or feel a radiance inside us and see it inside others. And then those qualities are not just glimpses, but by keeping on showing up and keeping on committing and keeping on walking through parts of the experience that you wanted to run away from, now just walking through it and through it and through it, this eternal part is just there. And when it's just there, you can start to see that it's so beautiful to be a human being in all of what it means right now. And then you get to play. Then you get to have fun. Then you get to have a sense of lightheartedness around it, because as much as some experiences are taxing and so painful, when we are actually moving through the vibration of it, we get to experience pure love. I don't know if you have noticed that, or if you've had the courage to fully go there. But if you were to fully move through every energy, the whole sadness, the whole rage, the whole fear, and you just welcome it and welcome it and welcome it, you fall into this pure love more and more, this perfect love that is not the absence of any feeling, it's the inclusivity of all of it. And this is why I call the group activations. We are activating everything to experience everything, to welcome everything, because it brings us the experience of the perfect love, of the pure love that is the manifest baseline of everything. And then we get to live this reality in connection with that place. So seeing if today you can allow yourself to anchor yourself in the eternal part. And starting to see that we can let everything be exactly as it, and that we can connect to the eternal part. It's an avenue, a doorway, a gate, or a rainbow slide into the eternal infinite nothingness. Almost seeing or picturing that your spinal column is lighting up with these rainbow colors, feeling those rainbow colors in the space of your heart, or whatever you see. You can see a white light, a golden light, absolutely nothing. It still doesn't mean anything. Just to allow, however it shows for you, the fact that in the midst of your human unfolding, you're eternal. And that from the field of the eternal, it is so great to get to experience. Allowing this energy to open up in your body, allowing this energy to open up in your brain. Allowing it to open up in your feelings, in your emotions. And then letting it radiate out of your skin. Not by efforting, but just by seeing it. You know, it's not like you have to hardcore picture something or will it into being. You're actually floating in light. You're actually bathing in a pulsation of love. And this is why When it comes to your inner experience, you can bring it forth because it is there. So you're only ever bringing it forth in your awareness. And this is where you are a creator being for a moment. But you are not creating, you are allowing something to come forth, to move through. And it can be like, bloop, bloop, I allow. Okay, everything is going on. And it's sort of the ability to drop the hyper focus on whatever you're hyper focusing on. Business not going like you want, relationship dynamics, being single, finances, health, whatever that is preoccupying you, you just bloop, you just let it be for a moment, and then you allow the infinite to move through the experience. Because we're experiencing, but we don't need to get stuck in anything. So allowing this infinite to be there. It is there, and you can allow it to be. Feeling that present in your home, feeling that present in your neighborhood, feeling it in your city, your village, your country, continent, the globe, and of course, infinitely beyond, but let's just float a bit above the globe. And also there, let's start to become aware of all the reasons on a global level why not to allow this. And starting to recognize that those are not reasons to not allow this consciously. No matter what the unfolding looks like, it doesn't change the mechanism of reality. It's light taking a form to have an experience. So allow yourself to be aware of the light and see that your contribution lies in that. No matter what is unfolding, it doesn't take away from the pulsation of creation that is pure love. It doesn't take away that at the deepest level, everybody is that pure love. And it doesn't make any sense at a conceptual level. This is why this is a vibrational experience. This is why I'm allowing you to welcome everything. And then you get to uncover that little spark within you. And then you can no longer deny it. The day that I realize it's dwelling within me, I'm like, ooh, it's all over for me. So it's dwelling within everyone. I'm not that amazing now, am I? So allowing it to be present, knowing that nothing is lost. You can keep on having your opinions. You can keep on acting on behalf of what you feel needs to be done. Nothing is lost. The only thing is that you're playing your part while connecting to the infinite love that you are and recognizing that everything is that infinite love, while connecting to the infinite light that you are and recognizing that everything is that infinite light. This is oneness. So welcoming the world into your heart, welcoming yourself into your heart, the world into your heart. It's almost like, okay, world, no matter what you put in front of me, I will welcome it into my heart. I will first of all welcome what it does to me into my heart, and then I will welcome it into my heart. And of course, I will have whatever I have to say about it. And of course, I will speak on behalf of myself, of my children. I will play my part in life, but I will do so as the light that I am and as the love that I am, and not from the same energy of attack that I see all around me, and not from the same vibration of fear that I see all around me. Sure, I have it, I have fear, I move it into the heart, I move and act from the love that I am, from the light that I am. I get to hold on to my opinions, I get to hold on to what I feel I can contribute out there in the world. I get to hold on to everything, but I don't need to hold on to the fear. I don't need to hold on to the resentment. I can welcome all of it in my heart and navigate from love. So, as you're floating infinitely above, bringing your eternal state through your humanity into this world. Bringing your eternal state through your humanity into this world. Taking a breath And on the exhale, start moving down through the layers of the earth, spotting your continent, your country, your city, village, street, neighborhood, your house, your room, your body, and allowing all of that energy to move through your crown into this slide, this rainbow slide that is your spine, through your pelvis, sliding the slide all the way down to the center of the earth. Deep, deep, deep inside the earth and anchoring it there. Connecting. Connecting to yourself, connecting to this experience. And starting to see that the more we allow the infinite to be present, the more we can appreciate the dynamic unfolding that is our human life. I know I do. Opening your eyes, keeping the gaze soft, and slowly bringing your awareness all the way back. Thank you.